Hello, this is Sector Ventura, and this is my position paper video for the application of Model United Nations. I'm going to be representing the Republic of Indonesia, and the topic presented before the United Nations Environments Program, also known as the UNEP, is the problem with marine microplastics. So the Republic of Indonesia supports an initiative to reduce all forms of litter, including microplastics. So in today's day and age, plastic is one of the most widely used materials. Some of its applications include production containers, drums, bottles, etc. And Indonesia is a leader in plastic production. According to Earth.org, it produces an astonishing 1.29 million tons of plastic every year, which puts it second in the largest producers, only behind China. So the issue with this is that a big portion of the plastic that they use ends up in the ocean, which represents a big threat for the environment. Microplastics are very small, they're usually about 5 millimeters. So once those microplastics are in the ocean, they can easily be ingested by a marine animal. This does not only affect the health of the marine animal, but in the long run, it also impacts the health of humans because we usually end up consuming those same animals. So it is in Indonesia's best interest to try to reduce marine microplastics pollution. One of Indonesia's biggest economic sources is tourism, which may see itself affected by the perception that the country is not hygienic enough to visit. If Indonesia follows its current path, it is more than likely to take a toll on tourism. Not only that, but the situation is in fact so severe that the UNEP predicts that if we follow this route, we will have more plastic than fish by the year 2050. So Indonesia has seen a lot of increase in awareness about the topic in the past decade. In the international level, the United Nations has been very actively participating in reducing marine microplastics in Indonesia, especially through the United Nations Environment Program, also known as the UNEP, which started two initiatives. The first one being the Global Partnership on Plastic Pollution and Marine Litter, and the other one is the Clean Seas campaign, which Indonesia joined in 2017 and set a goal of reducing pollution by 70% by the year 2025. Another program within the United Nations that has taken a big part in this cause is the United Nations Development Program, also known as the UNDP. However, instead of fixing the problems we already have, their goal is to pass international laws that will enhance the conservation and sustainability of the ocean's resources. Conferences and summits such as the Our Ocean Conference and the World Ocean Summit are held regularly by the United Nations to gather world leaders, NGOs, and other stakeholders in order to promote action against these issues. National agencies and local governments have not stayed behind and are working hard towards their goal of reducing pollution by 70% by the year 2025. In 2018, the Indonesian government emitted a presidential decree that created a 2025 National Action Plan. This plan consists of creating measures to encourage different institutions to accelerate the reduction of marine debris. So there are 7 pillars to this plan, which are the following: stakeholder awareness, supervision, law enforcement, research, waste management, funding mechanisms, and institutional strength. And given how difficult this plan is to execute, the Indonesian government decided to join partnerships such as the Global Plastic Action Partnership, also known as GPAP, and the ASEAN, Framework of Action of Marine Debris. So GPAP is a partnership that was created in order to assess countries on different ways to combat pollution, while the ASEAN encourages members to assist each other in reducing marine pollution. Now, to effectively combat the issue of marine microplastics, Indonesia firmly believes that multiple areas must be improved. A critical component involves expanding educational initiatives to raise awareness about the importance of recycling and the severe environmental consequences of improper waste disposal. This should be complemented by the imposition of economic fines on individuals and entities that discard plastic into the ocean or on the streets, which would serve as a motivation to remove people from these bad habits. Furthermore, significant investment is needed to enhance waste collection and recycling infrastructure, particularly in underserved areas. To encourage participation, the economic incentives should be provided to individuals who engage in recycling efforts. Additionally, businesses should receive subsidies or benefits for adopting environmentally friendly practices, offsetting the costs associated with these initiatives. Conversely, imposing taxes on companies that contribute to environmental degradation will ensure accountability and promote sustainable